Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our principals test takers. I know that this would be a lengthy undertaking para sa inyo. Mapapagod kayo, aantukin kayo while on the process of reviewing all the materials you have. But I would say that there is no substitute in reviewing and reading all the materials online or in your hard copy to pass the principal's tests. So kung inaantok kayo, pilitin ninyong labanan ng antok. And kapag nalampasan niyo lahat ng pagod, sinasabi ko sa inyo na it's all worth it. Kailangan lang ang endurance and consistency ng inyong energy sa pagsagot ng mga katanungan. So, shall we start? But before we start, we have here our review materials to have a complete set of questions. Makikita natin ito sa mga merchants ng Shopee. I mean, sa merchant ng Shopee. Merong link dyan. Ito. Ito yung link. Ayan. We are now in domain 3, focusing on teaching and learning. This is more on in the curriculum aspects. We have 8 strands under the domain 3. We have school-based review, contextualization and implementation of learning standards, teaching standards and pedagogies, teacher performance feedback, learner achievement and other performance indicators, learning assessment, learning environment, and career awareness and opportunities, and learner discipline. Okay, are you ready for the practice tests? I hope you're ready. We have here the first question. In this domain, school heads are expected to provide technical assistance on instruction that relates to curriculum, practice, and performance. They should also create a learner-centered environment that ensures access to inclusive, excellent, relevant, and liberating education. Letter A, financial management. B, teaching standards and pedagogies. C, focusing on teaching and learning. And letter D, teacher performance feedback. Your time starts now. Answer is focusing on teaching and learning. Number 2, the following are the career stages of the strand: school-based review, contextualization, and implementation of learning standards under the domain of focusing on teaching and learning, except. You have to focus on the word except. Letter A, demonstrate knowledge and understanding of school-based review, contextualization, and implementation of learning standards. Letter B, assist teachers in the review, contextualization, and implementation of learning standards to make the curriculum relevant for learners. Letter C, work with teams in the conduct of review, contextualization, and implementation of learning standards to assist teachers in making the curriculum relevant for learners. Letter D, share exemplary practice in the review, contextualization, and implementation of learning standards to effectively assist teachers and making the curriculum relevant for learners. Your time starts now. So the correct answer is letter D. Share exemplary practice in the review, contextualization, and implementation of learning standards to effectively assist teachers in making the curriculum relevant for learners. So letter D is under the strand of teaching standards and pedagogies. So it is not under the strand and school-based review, contextualization, and implementation of learning standards under the domain of focusing on teaching and learning. Number 3. The following are the career stages on the strand teaching standards and pedagogies under the domain of focusing on teaching and learning. Except letter A. Demonstrate knowledge and understanding of teaching standards and pedagogies within and across learning areas to provide technical assistance to teachers to improve their teaching practice. Letter B. Use validated feedback obtained from learners, parents, and other stakeholders to help teachers improve their performance. Letter C. Engage school personnel such as master teachers, head teachers, and the department heads in providing technical assistance to teachers and on teaching standards and pedagogies within and across learning areas to improve their teaching practice. And letter D. Exhibit best practice in providing technical assistance to teachers for them to develop exemplary practices consistent with teaching standards and pedagogies within and across learning areas. Your time starts now. The correct answer is letter B. Use validated feedback obtained from learners, parents, and other stakeholders to help teachers improve their performance. We have to take note the word except, and letter B is under the strand teacher performance feedback, and it is not under teaching standards and pedagogies under the domain of focusing on teaching and learning. Number 4. The following are the career stages of the strand teacher performance feedback under the domain of focusing on teaching and learning. Except A. Set achievable and challenging learning outcomes to support learner achievement and the attainment of other performance indicators. Letter B. Use validated feedback obtained from learners, parents, and other stakeholders to help teachers improve their performance. Letter C. Collaborate with the school personnel in effectively using validated feedback obtained from learners, parents, and other stakeholders to help teachers improve their performance. Letter D. Exhibit exemplary skills in effectively using validated feedback obtained from learners, parents, and other stakeholders to help teachers improve their performance. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter A. A set achievable, letter A, set achievable and challenging learning outcomes to support learner achievement and the attainment of other performance indicators. So we have to take note that letter A is under the strand learner achievement and other performance indicators. It is not within the bounds of teacher performance feedback. Number 5, the following are the career stages under learner achievement and other performance indicators under the domain of focusing on teaching and learning except letter A, set achievable and challenging learning outcomes to support a learner achievement and the attainment of other performance indicators. B, provide technical assistance to teachers in using learning assessment tools, strategies, and results consistent with curriculum requirements to ensure accountability in achieving higher learning outcomes. Letter C, engage the wider school community in developing data-based interventions to sustain learner achievement and attain other performance indicators. Letter D, mentor fellow school heads in sustaining learner achievement and in attaining or other performance indicators to promote accountability within and beyond school contexts. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter B, provide technical assistance to teachers in using learning assessment tools, strategies, and results consistent with curriculum requirements to ensure accountability in achieving higher learning outcomes. This is under the strand learning assessment. Number 6, the following are the career stages of the strand learning assessment under the domain of focusing on teaching and learning. Roman numeral 1, demonstrate knowledge and understanding of learner assessment tools, strategies, and utilization of results consistent with curriculum requirements. Number 2, provide technical assistance to teachers in using learning assessment tools, strategies, and results consistent with curriculum requirements to ensure accountability in achieving higher learning outcomes. 3, provide technical assistance to teachers in using learning assessment tools, strategies, and results consistent with curriculum requirements to ensure accountability in achieving higher learning outcomes. 4, lead initiatives on the innovative use of learning assessment tools, strategies, and results consistent with curriculum requirements to ensure accountability in achieving higher learning outcomes. Letter A, 1, 2, and 3, B, 2, 3, and 4, and letter C, 1, 2, and 4, and letter D, all of the above. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter D, all of the above. Number 7, the following are the career stages on the strand learning environment under the domain of focusing on teaching and learning. Roman numeral 1, demonstrate knowledge and understanding of learning assessment tools, strategies, and utilization of results consistent with curriculum requirements. 2, provide technical assistance to teachers in using learning assessment tools, strategies, and results consistent with curriculum requirements to ensure accountability in achieving higher learning outcomes. 3. Provide technical assistance to teachers in using learning assessment tools, strategies, and results consistent with curriculum requirements to ensure accountability in achieving higher learning outcomes. 4. Lead initiatives on the innovative use of learning assessment tools, strategies, and results consistent with curriculum requirements to ensure accountability in achieving higher learning outcomes. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter D, none of the above. Number 8. The following are the career stages of the STRON, career awareness and opportunities under the domain of focusing on teaching and learning. First, Roman numeral demonstrate understanding of managing a learner-friendly, inclusive, and healthy learning environment. 2. Manage a learner-friendly, inclusive, and healthy learning environment. 3. Undertake initiatives in integrating career awareness and opportunities in the provision of learning experiences aligned with the curriculum. 4. Institutionalize integration of career awareness and opportunities into the school curriculum and all other learning experiences. A 1 and 2, B 3 and 4, C 1 and 3, and letter D 2 and 4. Your time starts now. The correct answer is letter B 3 and 4. So we have to take note that 3 and 4, the 2 and 1 and 2 are under the strand learning environment. So only 3 and 4 are under career awareness and opportunities. Number 9. The following are the career stages of the strand learner discipline under the domain of focusing on teaching and learning. 1. Demonstrate knowledge and understanding of existing national and local policies related to learner discipline. 2. Implement learner discipline policies that are developed collaboratively with the stakeholders, including parents, school personnel, and the community. 3. Ensure that the learner discipline policies developed with stakeholders are integrated into various schools' processes and are applied consistently at all times by all school personnel at all levels. 4. Lead concerted efforts among stakeholders to develop and implement effective learner discipline policies to support student growth and whole school improvements. A 1, 2, and 3, B 2, 3, and 4, C 1, 2, and 4, and D all of the above. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter D, all of the above. Number 10, what observation tool that will be used when there are 2 or more observers in the teaching learning process? A. Inter-observation agreement form. B. Narrative observation form. C, observation checklist form, D, observation rating form. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter A, inter-observation agreement form. Let's move on. Number 11, the following are the indicators and the classroom observation for master teachers 1, 2, 3 during pandemic, because there is a separate DepEd order exclusive to the pandemic. So we have here, yes, but except letter A, knowledge, apply knowledge of content within and across curriculum. B, create individual tasks for creative learning outcome. C, plan and deliver teaching strategies that are responsive to the special needs of learners in difficult circumstances, including geographical isolation, chronic illness, urban resettlement in disaster, displacement due to armed conflict, child abuse, and child labor practices. D, select, develop, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT, etc., to address learning goals. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter B, create individual task for creative learning outcome. Number 12, the following are the parameters in the classroom observation for teachers 1, 2, and 3 during pandemic, except A, apply knowledge of content within and across curriculum. B, create individual tasks for creative learning outcome. C, plan and deliver teaching strategies that are responsive to the special needs of learners in difficult circumstances, including geographical isolation, chronic illness, urban resettlement, and disaster, displacement due to armed conflict, child abuse, and child labor practices. D, select, develop, organize, and use appropriate teaching and learning resources, including ICT, etc., to address learning goals. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter B, create individual tasks for creative learning outcome. Number 13, the form that will be used by the observers in taking down important notes during the observation. A, inter-observation agreement form. B, narrative observation form. C, observation checklist form. D, observation rating form. Your time starts now. The correct answer is letter B, narrative observation form. 14. What does an acronym MELC stands for? A, most educated learning centers. B, most essential learning centers. C. Most essential learning competencies. D. Most educated learning curriculum. Your time starts now. The correct answer is letter C. Most essential learning competencies. The creation of the Student Award Reward System is one of the school's initiatives to create a student-centered learning climate. In what particular standards? A. Setting high social and academic expectations. B. Creating school environments focused on the needs of the learner. C. Creating an environment of academic freedom. D. Providing students opportunity for leadership. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is the letter A, setting high social and academic expectations. Number 16. The following are the different tracks offered in the senior high school program except one. Letter A, academic, B, sports, C, technical and vocational, D, humanities and social sciences. Your time starts now. The correct answer is letter D, humanities and social sciences, since this one is a strand, not a track. 17. The function of the principal as instructional leaders. Roman numeral number 1, directing, motivating, and supervising the teachers to make them effective and productive teachers. 2, ensuring that instructional requirements such as supplies, materials, and equipment are adequately provided to guarantee effective teaching. 3, ensuring that the neighboring schools is doing their jobs to avoid domino effect in the entire district. 4th, coordinating with district supervisor with respect to classroom and curricular supervision. A1 and 2, B1, 2, and 3, C1, 2, and 4, and letter D, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter C, 1, 2, and 4. And 3 is not the function of principal as instructional leaders because it is not their jobs to ensure that their neighboring school is doing their jobs. It's the work of the district supervisor. Number 18. To measure the academic progress of students, there are various assessment procedures conducted by the school. What are these various assessment procedures? A, formative and summative evaluation. B, role playing and artworks. C, dancing and singing for physical education. D, quizzes and oral recitation. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter A, formative and summative evaluation. This kind of leadership styles focus on big picture within the organization and delegate tasks to the team to accomplish the goals. A, democratic leadership. B, transactional leadership. C, transformational leadership. And letter D, servant leadership. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter C, transformational leadership. This is the best leadership used in business, inspiring and expect the best from everyone. With a shared vision, set clear goals and motivate people towards them due to high levels of communication, resulting to high productivity. Number 20, a program which guides the newly appointed teachers about the policies, VMGO, mandated programs, ethics of being professional, and laws governing public employees in the Department of Education. A, oath-taking in front of the authorized officer. B, teacher induction program. C, teacher training for subject contents. D, curriculum and implementation program. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter B, teacher induction program. This program takes place before the newly appointed teachers are being deployed in the different stations to orient them all the policies, VMGO of the department, Code of Professional Teachers, and Code of Professional Standards for Public Officials and Employees, and laws governing public employees in the Department of Education. 21. The following are some features of K-12 curriculum. First, the curriculum is congested. Second, the curriculum is learner-centered. Third, the curriculum is relevant and responsive. Fourth, the curriculum is teacher-centered. Letter A, 1 and 2, B, 2 and 3, C, 3 and 4, and D, 1 and 4. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter B, 2 and 3. The K-12 curriculum is relevant and responsive. It is also a learner-centered curriculum that favors the learner as to attainment of the objectives of every topic. On the other hand, it is not a teacher-centered and congested, since all of the subjects are decongested to have a higher mastery level among learners of this curriculum. So that's the objective of the K-12 curriculum. Let's move on to number 22. The duties and responsibilities of the school in the implementation of the child protection policy. First, institution of effective child protection policy and procedures and monitor compliance thereof. Second, adoption of the child protection policy, organize and convene child protection committee for the school. Third, conduct the capacity building activities for the members of the CPC and guidance counselors, teachers. Fourth, ensure that the participatory and other rights of children are respected and upheld in all matters and procedures affecting their welfare. Letter A, 2, 1, 2, and 4, B, 1 and 2, C, 1 only, and D, all of the above. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter D, all of the above. 23, the following are the general procedures in handling child abuse, exploitation, violence, and discrimination cases in school. First, expeditious conduct of investigation and reporting of cases. Second, criminal and civil liability shall not be a bar to the filing of an administrative case. 3, the identity or other information that may reasonably identify the pupil or student shall remain public for the information of everyone. And fourth, the identity of a respondent teacher shall likewise be kept in public for the awareness of all the teachers. Your time starts now. The correct answer is letter A, 1 and 2. 3 and 4 is a violation of the confidentiality of the case. The identity or information that may be reasonably identify the pupil or student shall remain confidential, and the identity of a respondent teacher shall likewise be kept confidential until the commencement of the case for the protection of both parties against public scandal. 24. Protective and remedial measures to address bullying and other acts of abuse. First, all bullying incidents shall be reported to the school head. Second, the school head shall in turn inform the parents of the pupils concerned, and a meeting shall be held for that purpose. Third, the student shall be referred to the CPC for counseling and other interventions. Fourth, the school may impose non-punitive measures in accordance with the principles of positive and non-violent discipline. A, 2, 1, 2, and 3. B, 1, 2, 4. C, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And D, none of the above. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter C, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are the procedures that a school head should undertake, even though the school may impose non-punitive measures in accordance with the principles of positive and non-violent discipline, but punitive measures may also apply as a last resort. 25. What does an acronym ALIVE means? A. Araling Panlipunan Language, International Values Education. B. Arabic language and Islamic values education. C. Automatic language information and valuable education. D. A language for international verification education. Your time starts now. And the correct answer is letter B, Arabic language and Islamic values education. This is one of the programs of the Department of Education. Now, this is the end of the tests, and before we are going to check whether you pass or you failed in the test, let me remind you of the Principals Test Reviewer 2021 edition. It could be found at the Shopee, so you can order it online, or you can ask the author of the Principals Test Reviewer. And in order to pass the tests, you have to obtain 19 correct responses over 25. But if you did not reach that 19, you have to read more of the reviewer and, of course, the full text of the DepEd orders, DepEd memorandum, and all the materials necessary for the principal's test. And for more updates for the principal's test, please like and subscribe this YouTube channel, Sircong TV. I will update you in the videos on how to compute MOE for secondary and how to compute MOE for elementary, and all the necessary computations. Example for the canteen operations, for the DRM, and for the gender and development. Have a safe day to everyone, and God bless, and good luck to your principal's tests.